Okay guys, we're in one of my favorite spots to detect. The grass is quite high because they haven't come up to cut it in a couple weeks. So you can see my GoPro is about 10 inches off the ground. Yeah, it's a little bit high. I'm gonna focus on this lower field today. Normally I'll start up that hill up there with. Okay, time for a new GoPro. I don't know where we cut off. But yeah, I think there was something down here. Okay. Take 3. I'm going to focus down here. I usually start up there. So I'm going to focus in this area right here actually more than the other side of this field. I have found some things here. I'll swing in this grass. It's soft. You know, it's not hard grass. It's real soft. It's easy to swing in. So let's get to swing and see if we find anything. If I don't, hey guys, I know you can't see my path, but it's not exactly straight. It's kind of, but you can kind of almost see it. But I decided to head over there, just past those trees and before the brush you see over there. There's a clearing. That wasn't cleared before. So I'm going to check that out. But while walking over there, I got a signal here. I figured we could check it out together. I am using the AtPro today, the Garrett AtPro. I am on Pro 0. No discrimination. I got my sensitivity all the way up. And this signal was like a 48, 61. It was a mid-tone, but the numbers were everywhere. So I popped the plug. When I did, it became a 61. So it's supposed to be in the plug. So, and I was just gonna say, and being I'm having a hard time finding it, it's probably trash. So it's right there somewhere. And it's not trash. There it is. Ooh, what is that? It is a 8-up penny. It's a memorial. Most likely it's a Zinkin because it is 8-up. Alright, let's see what else. That came up really low too. Alright, I pulled the GoPro back up. Penny was right here. I got a signal right there. Let's see if I can find it now. You probably can't. Well, where is it now? There it is. $85, $87. So it seems to be right about there. So here we go. The fun of digging with me is I just never use the tripod. I have one, I just never use it. Okay, so I'll make the plug a little big because I'm not sure exactly where in the plug it is. Didn't seem very deep. And it's probably trash because I'm showing you guys. Well, it's still in there. Let's see if we can find it with the pinpointer. If not, I'll have to locate it and then turn you back on. Somewhere there. Still a little, whoop, that's my shoe. Still a little deep. And let's see if we got closer to it now. Let's see. It's out. Oh, what is that? It is a quarter. It's the eagleback. Can't even see. Yeah, but I doubt it's silver. So I'm gonna get a date and turn this back on. Okay, guys, I decided to come to the top of the hill. You know, it's really nice out. The sun's going down. Got about an hour. I know I don't want to stay that long. I'm keeping extra vigilant because only a couple miles from here, there was a bear sighting. It would have to cross the highway to get to here, but I haven't heard what happened with the bear, so I don't know if they tranquilized it and relocated it or what. So I'm being like a little extra vigilant. I always hunt with one ear open anyway, especially when I'm by myself. So now I'm listening for anything. So doing that on top of finding good stuff. So, and then just a few short weeks, look how overgrown that is. That's where the foundation is. So let's hope we find a couple things before I leave. Like I said, about an hour the sun will go down, so I want to give myself at least 20 minutes of light to get to my car in case the bear's here. But I haven't heard any noises and I haven't seen any scat, so that's the plus side. So far, $0.0125. The quarter was in 1981. Let's see if we can find anything here. The time was just right there, so let's see. So the signal there was at 8081. Now letting you know about this whole area here that I'm in that they've cleared out. Apparently was where people threw cans for years. This is all the brush pushed into a pile. You can see there's a can right there. I mean, this whole thing is full of cans. There's another one. So to hear this, even though it's a memorial penny, was pretty neat, actually. So I don't have much more time. One way you can tell time is each of your fingers is 15 minutes. So you find the horizon, and then you can know how long you got by the horizon to the sun based on your fingers. It's usually pretty accurate. Oh, there's somebody over there. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay guys, I thought this was going to be junk, so I didn't film any of it. And I had made quite the plug, because I was off a little bit. But I just popped a flat button, shankless, broke a shank. So I'm happy I finally got a relic. I'm going to give it about another half hour, and then I got to head out of here before it gets dark. And the bears come out. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay guys, this signal was really bad. It's like a 74, it was choppy. There is a piece of iron somewhere around in there. There's a really fat worm right here too. I don't think I chopped him. Oh, I think I did. Good bait though. But I finally found a weedy. 1936. That's pretty cool. Glad I found that. I'm gonna probably head out in about a few minutes. Yep. So, see you on the next, or I'll see you on the next. Alright, anyway. Peace. Alright guys, I'm heading out. That was my last hole. I was up here for, I don't know, like 2 hours, I guess. Probably not even. I think I got here at 6. So, I knew I didn't give myself a lot of time, but I'm happy with what I found. You know, a quarter, a couple pennies. One was definitely a zinkin. And then the weedy and a flat button. And a couple bits of trash. I really didn't dig that many signals, but that's alright. I knew I didn't give myself a whole lot of time either. But, you know, oh, there's some porcelain on the old road. You know, although location does matter, and research into an area will help you discover treasure, no matter how you're seeking it, whether you're a dump digger, privy digger, bottle digger, magnet fisher, gold prospector, or a metal detectorist. No matter your hobby, research into the area will definitely help you a lot. So location does matter, but what doesn't matter is whether you have a permission, or you have to go to a public park, or your neighbor's yard, or your cousin's farm. You know, all that doesn't matter. What matters is that you're out and you're in fresh air, and you're discovering it's a history. And sometimes it don't come easy. Sometimes you have to put some work into it. You know, sometimes you have to dig for a gold prospect, or dig for bottles, or whatever the hobby is you're in, or whatever treasure you're seeking. Sometimes you got to put some effort into it. Sometimes you go home empty-handed. You know, I only gave myself a couple hours today. It's nice and cool right now, so I don't mind. And I wasn't expecting to find very much, if anything at all. But I still came out. I got some fresh air. I got some exercise, because let's face it, I can use it. And had a good time. So it's really not about what type of place you detect. It's that you're out there doing it. So it doesn't matter if you're not great at getting, or nervous about asking for permissions. It's okay if you live in a city and really the only places you can get to are the parks that allow it. You have to make sure they allow it. Just matters that you're out there and you're doing your part, finding little specks of history, some coins along the way. Some people are coin shooters, some people are relic hunters. Me, I like the relics. They're a little more personal, you know? Just like today, change falls out of our pocket, or it doesn't stay in there long. You know, we spend it. Whatever we do with it, it's not personal to us. And it wasn't personal to people 100, 200, 300 years ago. Sometimes it meant a lot, because that may have been the only money they had, but it wasn't personal. A button, a shoe buckle, you know, those types of things. A pin, a brooch, a necklace, a ring, you know, even an escutcheon. They wouldn't have bought that dresser, or that, you know, whatever the escutcheon was on, if they weren't attracted to that escutcheon and it didn't mean something to them. So I'm a relic hunter. The coins are nice. I'm not gonna say they're not, but that's not my goal when I go out. I really want to find the more personable items, the things they wore, because it meant something to somebody, you know. And they took a lot more, you know, buttons weren't as plentiful, you know. So that their coats may only have one decorative button on them and the other's plain. And so I like relics. That's why, because they're personal. And so, like I was saying before, I decided to come up with some other weird stuff. It doesn't matter if you have permissions, if you hunt parks, or your own backyard. What matters is you're out there doing it. And for those who are just starting out, you're gonna find a lot of trash. And there are a lot of times we go out, all of us, and we don't find anything, or we may find only one thing. Or then there's times luck is just there, and every signal we get is something, you know, pretty cool. But that doesn't happen that often. More often than not, 99 times out of 100, we dig a lot of trash for one button. And we're happy with that. So, keep detecting, keep saving history, keep finding the relics, the coins, the bottles, the gold. Keep finding it all. Because it's probably one of the best hobbies, I'd say. And I have a lot. I think this is one of my better ones. Because, yeah, it's like when you dig it out of the ground, and you hold it in your hand, sometimes that's the first time somebody's held that in a couple hundred years. Or if you're in Europe and you're lucky, a couple thousand years, but still. When you dig it up, you're like the first person to bring it out into the sunlight in quite some time. And I always tell people all the time, it's not really about collecting this stuff and keeping it. I mean, I'll keep the one-offs, you know, but it's really not about how many buttons do I find, how many silver coins do I find. So I hope you enjoy coming on adventures with me. I know lately it's been mostly metal detecting, but I'm hoping that you'll join me on my other adventures, because treasure isn't always what we find in the ground. Sometimes treasure is the adventure. It is for me. So keep hunting, happy hunting, all the best. Be kind to each other, help each other out, answer questions when they're asked, no matter how silly they may seem to you. And let's remember, we only got one trip. Let's make the best of it. Alright, peace.